Man, I love that sound. Alright, on this cut, we're going to be trying to fade into the longer hair on top. I'm going to try to keep as much curls as we can. So I think a haircut that's really going to suit him best is going to be more of a taper. Right now, I can tell the parietal ridge and top of his ear right here, I would have very little space to be able to create a fade without taking too much curls off the top. So if I do a taper, we're just going to stay within this area and with this bottom area, which in return is going to give him a really nice shape to suit his curls. So first things first, let's go ahead and begin with a clean canvas and debulk everything down. And then with this taper, I want to kind of keep it lower to where I don't cut too far into his curls, because even debulking right now, I can tell that this area is a little bit lighter. So I'm going to be doing more of a mid taper because I feel like I can give him a really nice C cut. So I'm going to use this eyebrow as kind of a reference point for both sides, and I'm going to create my first guideline. The reason why I created this first guideline in like more of a rainbow shape is because I really want to be able to leave the C cup dark and this area dark. That way I can really give him a nice edge up on both sides. So the majority of the fade is going to take place within this area. So now creating my first section to begin fading out, I'm creating that section the same as my guideline. So once again, this bottom guideline was the foundation of this whole fade, and I'm going to stay parallel to this guideline to keep the shape of the fade the same. And the way that I'm achieving that is by only using the corner of the blade to go in more of a round shape. So now I'm starting with my lever all the way closed. And the way I'm going to be fading this out is once again with the corner of the clipper. Everything has to go off the shape of this first guideline. But notice how only the corner of the blade is touching the skin and the rest of the blade isn't on the scalp at all. So the first line is pretty much erased already, but I really want to create gradiency within this section. So I'm opening the lever at one notch again and going up a little bit higher. And I'm going to continue doing that within that section until I reach the lever all the way open, because that's essentially what we begin with in this section. Now making my second section, the main thing that I'm trying to do and trying to avoid is going into this area of his hair. And that's the lightest area, and I don't want to go into that because then we're going to really create a bald spot. So I really make sure to stay right below it. And I did it with my lever all the way open, but now I'm going to go ahead and close it all the way and stay right below it again. And just to really finish out fading between the 0 and the number 1, I'm actually only going to use the blade with the lever all the way open, and that's going to be equivalent to the half guard. The reason why I skipped the half guard is because I'm pretty comfortable with using this technique, and I know the half guard really wouldn't get as close as just with the blade. And now to finish blending this area, I'm going with a 1.5 guard with the lever all the way open. And once again, trying to avoid that area. And that's how you fade into long hair on top. But more than anything, look at this nice silhouette we gave him. A fade that really complements his hairstyle and his head shape. I feel like this taper really complements his hairstyle.